Alright, so I am preparing for a meeting here this first thing this morning, and then with a potential client meeting, and then moving on to preparing for the shoot tomorrow. So meetings and all that stuff done. I had a gap in the day because I had a bunch of my day job to do over at Light Shift Video. So I am now getting together all my stuff I need for tomorrow. So right now I have my VFX, my lenses, and my gimbal set up, and then camera.
Now tell me, do you feel anything? I think that you should have it. Are you gonna buy it? Oh, you should try it. Try it. I think that you should have it.
Day 2 of Call Lightning, getting ready to start packing up the first load of gear to go out to the location. This is going to be my C-stands, my lights, and all that stuff, so we're going to give it a go. All right. I know the sunlight's really bad on me because the sun's behind me, but I am on my way back with a camera cart. We have 2 more loads, 1 more grip electric, then we'll wait for Lucas to get here before taking the camera gear out there. So yeah, we're on schedule right now. One of the things that's funny about the area I live in, so I live in the country in a small town outside Nashville, Murfreesboro area. One of the fun things about shooting, this happened the last day of shoot, which I hope I got enough B-roll to show a little bit of the first shoot, day of Call Lightning. A lot of people were slowing down asking me what I was doing, you know, with the C-stands out, and lights and camera, and it was really funny. And then Lucas I think looks really cool as a sorcerer. So like people were stopping me like, what is this guy doing? I kind of keep to myself a little bit. I'm friendly, wave. I'm still a Southern boy, so I still like talk to people and stuff, but I don't think a lot of people know what I do, especially for a living. So yeah, there's a couple people who would stop, and then I'll show you, but it's excitement for a small town, you know, with the rig and everything, but people would stop right about here, because we're shooting right here. So people would stop right around here, and ask me, hey, what you doing? One guy was super nice, and he was like, man, I really love that outfit. That was really cool. You know, I didn't know you guys filmed out here. I was like, yeah, so I do. It was kind of funny, you know, because like I said, we're in the country a little bit, and it's a small town, so. So as you can see here, I'm setting up my 300C with a Fresnel. I am still very green to lighting, so if anybody has any comments about lighting and whatnot, I'm happy to hear them because I'm still learning it. But at this point, I was just trying to blast light onto Lucas's face, try to create some definition while we were also in a forested area. So
I made it. I was the reason why
Oh, did we record that the whole time? Oh,
probably.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, there's you behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Behind my butt.
Shocked that the 300C did so well in the light. We're now about to grab the drone shot. I'm gonna probably leave this light up. I don't think I need to tear it down quite yet. But we're gonna do the drone shot next. So I am going to get that ready. All right. Got the kids, and then my wife in her dark druid outfit, and Lucas and the sorcerer. We're gonna do the drone shot, and then lightning coming down. So So quick lore drop, the villain in this actual piece is a Circle of the Rot Druid. It's one of these druid ideas I came up with for my D&D campaign as well as for these videos, but it's basically imagine the villain from FernGully combined with like a witch doctor hoodoo voodoo stuff, that like mucky, rotty nastiness that comes with rot and filth and stuff, and sprint into a druid-esque character, which is the Circle of Rot Druids, which are originating from a swampy area of my D&D campaign and world, and I'm hoping to show more of as part of one of the sets we want to build is kind of their home base, but they do come from the swamps, and they're just like that ring girl combined with, like I said, the FernGully villain. These nasty, rotty kind of characters. Done with the gimbal shot with a nice, oh, you can't see it, with my new waist thing, but we're done with the gimbal shot, and we're gonna start backing up because day 2 is done and we are hot and sweaty. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Feeling really bad at these vlog things. Alright, bye. Filming reality, but I wanted to upload the footage from my FX30, the ProRes RAW footage, and the card B that we shot on today is fried or something, or corrupted, and there's no footage on there. I have to format it. It's not picking up any data. So a good chunk of what we shot today, I'm going to have to refilm. So that sucks. Thankfully, I think the drone footage is fine, maybe. But all the lightning coming down, Lucas walking back in the woods, Lucas's eyes shutting, open up, yeah. I don't really want to be filming this right now, but it's probably worth putting in the vlog. But it was a wasted day. So I originally brought in the footage from the original shoot, not the stuff we lost, for Lucas's casting, and then I did some Houdini stuff, and then I realized it's not really tracked very well. So then I started digging in, and I went through Nuke, I went through Synthesize. I realized it kept panning instead of going in a semi-orbit like I did with the gimbal. And I've spent the last 2 or 3 hours trying to figure out why it keeps wanting to pan like I did tracking Nuke. I used Lightcraft Jet Set, but I don't think I did the LiDAR scan, so it's making it funky, and I kept doing it, and I'm bringing the LiDAR, and everything's causing an issue. But I just sat there, I was like, okay, I know how to use After Effects Tracker. And it worked. It's actually, you can see the camera over here, right here. And I'll see here too. As you can see, I gotta adjust a little bit, but yeah. It's actually working, and it's doing a semi-orbit, and it's crazy. I mean, I got all these tools, and I keep trying to do everything in Nuke, or do everything in Synthesize, or do everything with just that Lightcraft. But sometimes you just got to go back to After Effects and use it because you're good at it. I'm good at it, and I've been using it for over a decade now, and it makes my skin crawl because I want to learn how to use the Nuke tools, but I just could not figure it out. And I was going to ChatGPT and stuff, but I figured it out. It seems like a pretty steady track, so I'm going to try to bring in the LiDAR scan. We'll see how that goes. One thing I just forgot completely was the LiDAR scan for the lightning coming down, or the clouds forming above the bad guy. So I'm headed out here to get a LiDAR scan of that. It's a little cloudy, but I totally only had the LiDAR scan of Lucas casting. I do not have a LiDAR scan of where the cloud's supposed to form over. Alright, got the LiDAR scan of this whole area. Or at least the one that'll be covered by the clouds. And I'm gonna head back to the house. This is day 3 of Call Lightning. I just got prepped with setting up the camp. And now I'm just waiting on talent. Hopefully this is the last shoot days. We may have like a couple pickups, but I think this will be it for Mr. Lucas. But yeah, we're at base camp set up. I got a couple wides first, so I think I'm just gonna kind of like raw dog it with the lights, and then when we go to closest for the dialogue, that's when I'm gonna pull out the whole 300C with the Fresnel and maybe some diffusion and stuff. But so far ahead of schedule. Didn't film setting this up, but I have negative fill. We're gonna see if this works. It's just black fabric, like a black backdrop. And over here I went ahead and preemptively set up my 300C with the Fresnel. So one of the cool little techniques I've been learning is using Lightcraft Jet Set to do live tracking data on set. And you can see me setting up the time code to hook up to it on the camera. But I just find it very, very useful to have that live tracking data from on set, and then later on be able to bring it up in post. And it's, for the most part, really, really good. Every now and then I have to track myself, either in Nuke or After Effects, but for like 95% of the time, the tracking is absolutely amazing. It does require a little extra stuff on your rig, like a cell phone holder for the iPhone and a Axum CMO 4K is what I use. They work really fantastic. Like I said, it's really great with the things of like not having to have a ground plane necessary for the tracking day. For example, one of the shots I do is I'm looking up at the sky and then having the camera go vertically down to show a lightning strike somebody, and I have perfect track because I'm just using the cell phone as the tracking data. One of the other things you can do with it is you can use a proxy LiDAR scan that you do once the jet set is up, which you'll see me do here in the next little bit. And what's great about that scan is tracked beautifully into the shot once you go later to shoot. So then I can take a high fidelity LiDAR scan from like Polycam or something that I could spend a lot more time scanning and bring that in where the proxy was and get a great surface for projections, great surface for simulations, and it looks amazing. And I can get it on days like a cloudy day or something like that and have a really beautiful scan, perfectly tracked in. Maybe every now and then have to mess with synthesize, but for the most part, it's a very perfect tracked in Polycam LiDAR scan.
I can see you're skeptical. You could have a little faith, it never killed nobody. What you waiting for? We're getting closer by the step, feels like it's just getting started.
A good old lens swap. And technically, since these are cinema lenses, I shouldn't have to keep adjusting my settings because they're cinema lenses. That's why you buy them. All the lenses should like color match perfectly.
what you waiting for? We're getting closer by the step, feels like it's just getting started.